we independent petroleum marketers, we are still waiting NNPC to load our product. Presently, as I'm speaking now, we have over 40 billion naira outstanding with the NNPC to load product. And my marketers are always looking the way they can get this product direct. So I'm very surprised when I heard the President Dangote say he has over 500 million liters of PMS. And we independent petroleum marketers, if he can be able to sell this product to us direct, definitely we are ready to buy the product. Because we have to pay before we pick. Presently, just like what I have said, we have over 40 billion naira under the NNPCL custody. We cannot be able to source this product. And just of recent, there are some of my marketers, independent petroleum marketers, that NNPC sent to go and load in Dangote Refinery. I'm telling you, those marketers, they stay with their trucks over 4 days. They cannot be able to load. So there are so many challenges.
Why?
Well, in fact, I didn't know the reason. And that is the reason why we have been contacting Dangote management to allow us to start taking this product direct.
All right, so there you go. Ever since then, the president of IPMAN has announced that they have reached an agreement with Dangote to supply them petroleum products directly, which is what they have always been wanting for a while. So he will be joining us soon to talk to us about the implications of all of these things. I know, chief of what a lot of people want to hear is, how does this impact on the price of petroleum products? Is it going to go any lower? And how much lower? If it's going to go any lower than it already is at the moment. Does this then mean, or does it have an implication on the future prices? So what do we expect? Well, those are some of the issues that we'll expect him to talk to us in just a moment.
Indeed, Chimling, we'll be expecting, clarity on that. As you've said, price is the meat of the matter.
Absolutely.
It is at the heart of the matter. Well, in some places, availability, but I think that largely, our question of availability has been sorted in many places, at least here in the Federal Capital Territory. But for those who are watching this program, I mean, you can let us know what availability is like in your area, because we understand that for months in Lagos, I was informed that even though, there seemed to be availability here in Abuja, it does appear that in Lagos, there were places where there were queues. And I know that Lagos and Abuja are not the only places in Nigeria. There are many other cities. But I understand that people in other cities have always wondered, what are they talking about? Where is the scarcity? There is scarcity here. It's the price. We don't even know what people are talking about in terms of petrol being sold at about 1,000 naira or 1,100. We're buying from upwards of 1,005 and above in some cities around the country. So there have been big questions as to what exactly is going on with the pricing of petrol. And I think that, it's time for us to at least have a little more clarity as to whether this new deal that has been signed between Dangote, or this new agreement that has been reached between Dangote Refineries and IPMAN as the independent marketers will have any effect whatsoever. Because before now, we had understood that there was some conflict. And I think the marketers have always said that, they had no problem, that they were willing to go to Dangote to buy by themselves. The only issue that they had was that they had deposited some money to the NNPC, and they wanted their monies back. These monies were lots of money for them to be able, I think you're talking about between 12 and 15 billion naira at that time, to enable them go back and be able to buy from Dangote Refineries directly. So we'll wait to get some clarity on that as to whether that has now been sorted between IPMAN and the NNPC, and whether, the new deal that they have or the new agreement that they have with Dangote Refineries will have any impact on the pricing.
Which is the big question everybody's asking. So we'll wait no further. Let's just go ahead and hear from him. Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chamberlain.
Well, first is good news.
Good morning.
Well,
you're welcome, sir.
Maybe you'll tell us, first of all, if it is good news for Nigerians, because the good news for them will be impact on the price. I know good news for you is that you've reached an agreement So first of all, just break it down for us. What exactly is this agreement about?
Well, you know, as always we have been talking, we said we independent petroleum marketers, we wanted a situation whereby we can be able to get our product direct from the supplier. And we are very happy with Dangote because we visited him, we sat down together with him one-on-one, and he agreed. He will start allowing us to purchase product direct through him, just the way NNPC has been buying. So that is our agreement, and my marketers are very, very happy, and they are ready to key into the program nationwide in the whole Nigeria.
So, is that on paper right now, that agreement?
Yes.
Papers have been signed?
Yes.
So, what happened to the previous money which you said you had paid through the NNPC?
Yes, the NNPC, they have been paying our money back. We have been loading, and the money is reducing drastically. So, actually, that one is not a problem to us now. But the only thing, still, there are some remaining balance that they cannot be able to tell our marketers to load the product. Just day before yesterday, I speak with the MD retail, and he tell me the remaining balance that we have with him, which we too wanted to see a situation whereby we can go and reconcile and see, is this the actual remaining balance, or there are some balance that at least we need from them.
Okay, at least good to know. So far, so good. The NNPC, everybody working together to make sure this works. So tell us, what is the implication of this agreement in terms of the price? What should the average person who buys this product expect? First of all, petrol and maybe diesel.
Well, you know, just as we have been saying, we have the overall market in the country, and we go everywhere in the country. Anywhere you go, any side of the country, you see independent petroleum marketers filling station there. So the implication, it's not because sometimes people are thinking just about the issue of the price. No, it has passed beyond the issue of price. But the price is the main target, because masses are looking a way that we independent petroleum marketers, we can reduce price for them, and the price too will reduce because we are not buying through the third party. So the profit that we have been giving to the third party like NNPC and depot owners, now we reduce it, we give it to the masses. So that is the issue. That is one. And then again, the availability too is there. Just like if a marketer pay a product, as we have been paying from the NNPC retail and the other IPMAN owners, they hold our money for a very long time before they allowed us to load. So that is the reason why sometimes you may find some of our filling station doesn't have product. But now, since we are getting the product direct in a refinery, then there is no that issue of delay in loading. So immediately when we pay, we load our product and discharge inside our filling stations.
No, but that certainly will still take a distance. But we haven't, you have seemed to address more, your address seems to be more about availability. But we've seen that, you know, over time now, it seems that we're reaching a place where there is availability. But what effect do you think this will have on the price? By how much? And when you say you're going to pass that difference that, you know, IPMAN and NNPC were taking before, you're going to give that discount now to customers or to consumers. By how much can consumers expect that the price of petrol will come down at the filling stations?
And you know, the way things are, as all we know that the sector is fully deregulated.
Yes.
There is no subsidy. So as we are buying direct through Dangote, we are adding value to refinery because we buy the commodity and we make it available everywhere. So since we have been buying this product in Naira, not in dollar, so you may find we may reach a situation whereby, one, we assisted the Nigerian government in reducing unemployment opportunity to those people who are working in Dangote, because many Nigerians are working there. Then secondly, the economy of the country too the value of Naira will appreciate because we have been buying through Dangote Refinery.
I appreciate these things.
Okay.
But what I'm asking is a more direct question. Let me give you an instance. What's the current price of petrol now in, say, Maiduguri, for instance?
Well, you know, the current price, let's say, in Maiduguri now is 1,200 Naira per liter.
Per liter.
For IPMAN station?
For IPMAN station. So with these current changes, it may likely to reduce to 150 Naira, which there is a reduction of 15 Naira.
So that's 1,150.
This one, I'm just citing an example, yes. 1,150.
Yeah, so people can expect at least like a price reduction of about 15 Naira.
That is what I have been saying. It may likely, or even below that.
Okay.
And as we continue, you know, this thing, since it's deregulation, as we continue,
it can go down,
it can go down continuously. Because provided that the product is available, you may find that the market will come a little bit low, and then the Naira will start appreciating. And then if the crude oil price too reduce, automatically the same thing, it will be reducing.
Okay. So while that is the situation, I also want to know, what do you make of this conflict? IPMAN has now reached this deal. There's another association that had been saying that they would prefer to import their own products because, according to them, the pricing being given to them by Dangote refineries was too high, or they felt they could get it cheaper elsewhere, and so they were seeking import licenses. What do you make of that? Have you been able to look outside to see that the price that Dangote refinery was offering is, will I say, more than what you could obtain from the outside?
Well, you know, we independent petroleum marketers, we are being designed in such a way that we patronize Nigerian market, because we went to encourage Dangote refinery so that it may reach a situation whereby those NNPC depots that we have, that is 21 depots all over the country, in a situation whereby the pipelines will be rectified so that they can be able to push this product to the various depots. And the only way anybody who brings investment in the country is to see that marketers assisted him so that he can be able to achieve that availability of the commodity that he was being selling. So
you are not concerned about any other product that is coming from outside of Nigeria?
No, sincerely speaking, according to the way we do our CWC meeting, we all agree to patronize Dangote, because we know it is only through patronizing him that this petroleum product will start coming down. And we encourage Nigerian market.
Okay, so now that you're patronizing him, could you tell us, how much are you buying from him?
The price?
Yes.
Just like what I have told you, presently, he gives us the price of there are two different prices. There is the one that we can load through the vessels and carry to our various depots at the rate of 940 Naira per liter. Then for the depots, it's at the rate of 990 Naira per liter.
Why is that difference?
This one is the main. This one you have to load it and carry it to another part
of the country.
Of the country. No, not of the country, of the state. You know, we use vessels to carry this product. It's two ways. There is one that we can load in the loading gantry, and there is one that we can load through the vessels. So through the vessels like Port Harcourt, Warri, Calabar, we have to use vessels because there is no Dangote loading gantry there. We have to carry it to our private depot and discharge and distribute it to our. So
naturally, when you load from gantry, it should be cheaper.
Yes.
Okay. So how much?
Not will be cheaper. It depends, because this one is 960 or 940.
Then the
other one is 990.
Okay. So the difference is there. So How much should we expect to buy, or how much should people expect to buy petrol from IPMAN stations in Lagos and Abuja, for instance?
Well, all the assurance that I will be giving you with this new development, our product, independent petroleum marketers, will be cheaper.
Yeah, how much? NNPC is
no,
what,
I cannot specifically say
1,060?
it because it depends on the place that you are going to carry the product. It depends on the distance. But all what I know, both NNPC, IPMAN, and NNPC, IPMAN, and which one again?
IPMAN?
MEMAN.
Or MOMAN?
MOMAN.
Major marketers.
MEMAN, major marketers now. So all of them, by God's grace, what we are trying to see, our product is cheaper. Wherever they are selling product, our own is cheaper than their products.
Assuming their product is 1,060, your product should be cheaper than 1,060.
Yes, we may decide to sell 1,055.
1,055? I thought
It's a difference. Because we are in the regulation period, so you may not expect the price to be so much difference. But at least any reduction, even if it's one...
Why wouldn't it be so much different?
No, the reason why it will not be so much different because already there is no subsidy in any of the commodity. So you have to sell the way you obtain.
Yeah, but you said that the profits you were giving to maybe IPMAN and NNPC...
No, this one that I have been telling
different.
you, I'm just citing an example. I said no matter how, our price will be a little bit lower.
So if we see any petrol station that sells higher than 1,060, are they still IPMAN members? Would anything happen?
I'm not trying to say 1,060 because it differs on the location.
No, I'm saying assuming in the states where it is 1,060. Because if you use NNPC cost as benchmark in any state, anyone that sells above that,
yes, with this recent development, definitely anywhere you go, you will find that at the end of the day, we have the cheapest price.
But we also understand, and talk to us about it, that the landing cost has dropped. Does this have any impact on how much you're expected to buy from anywhere, either from Dangote or anywhere?
But you know, already I tell you, we tell our members to buy through Dangote or any Nigerian refinery because we have full satisfaction of the product.
You are basing your pricing, because what you're saying is that, you know, as against MOMAN and IPMAN and NNPC, you are hoping that, you know, this new deal you have reached, the price of your product will be cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are those who are saying, there's another association which is saying that they are looking to buy from outside because their prices, the price they're getting at the refinery is not going to be, or they're getting locally, is not going to favor them. So they are looking to import into the country. And they're also not major marketers. They are mostly made up of independents, even though they're not under the umbrella of IPMAN.
Yeah.
If their own prices are cheaper than yours, don't you think that your own members might begin to look in that direction as well?
No, I don't think somebody will go and buy Dangote standard outside at a lower rate than what Dangote is selling. If it's the same standard.
Now we're talking about standards, but we know that for a long time now, there's been no differentiation of what type of petrol Nigerians are buying. All that Nigerians have really, I mean, nobody has wondered whether the petrol is leaded, unleaded petrol. We don't know of all those things, and we haven't really seen an attempt to really introduce standardization into the market.
But what is there? Remember that before, we doesn't have any functional refinery. So anything that they brought outside, we consume.
No, but there's a standard of what we should bring into this country.
But today now we have a refinery that we know is being approved by the NMDPPRA, and his product is being approved.
No, but before, even if we don't have functional refineries, the NNDPRA is the authority who ensures that the standard of petroleum product that comes to this country stays at a certain one. What's the standard? What, 90? Is it 90 run, they say? You know the standard. So anybody importing any product should not go beyond that standard, because if the person does, the authority is supposed to wade in That's the way it works, isn't it? So why would anyone be bothered about whether we had refinery at that time or not? The standard still remains. That's what it is, isn't it?
You know, as we have a refinery today in our country, this refinery is inside Nigeria. So we independent petroleum marketers, just like what I have told you, we are not saying that people should not import, but this is where our weight is. Because that is what we have seen, and that is what we are sure of.
So are you going to put a label? Because I mean, as Nigerians, I'm just trying to imagine, how it works. Unless you are going to, your members now will be required to now put a signpost beside the nameplates of their filling stations to say IPMAN member, patronizing locally made in Nigeria petrol. I don't know, because usually when people are driving, all they know is that they want to enter a filling station and they want to be able to buy petrol. They usually do not ask whether the petrol station belongs to IPMAN members or whether they belong to other associations that are getting this petrol cheaper. So that's what I'm saying, that will your members, at the end of the day, your members are in business to make profit. Isn't that correct? And I'm sure that's why you're also reaching this deal with Dangote to get to a cheaper price for your members that is competitive within the market. So if another association is saying, no, we can get it even way cheaper, don't you think that your members will start to look in that direction as well?
No, you know what I'm just trying to tell you? Even this statement that you have mentioned, you say some other marketers said. But this is what we have said. So that one, a difference will be clear at the end of the day. Because those people who are buying products, if they buy, they have seen what they have buy is not good, they will not go back to that particular filling station.
Well,
how would they know that?
That's the thing, because...
How would they know that? That's the question I'm asking you.
That is what I've been telling you. I said before, because we doesn't have a refinery. But today, we have a refinery that is capable of producing.
I know, Alaji, I'm just trying to put, I'm a Nigerian. By the grace of God, I own a vehicle. And I buy petrol in my vehicle. And I know that all I do is I ask, is this filling station selling? Do they have petrol? And I just drive right up there and I, open my tank and they fill it. I don't say, what kind of petrol is it? I don't say, what standard is it? I don't say, where did you get your petrol from? I just buy at whatever price they're selling as long as the petrol is available. The question I'm asking you is, how do you then begin to differentiate, between the petrol you are selling from that others are going to be getting from abroad if it's cheaper?
You know what you have been saying. Before, you even see the station that has petrol to buy is
a problem. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Good. So
for a lot of
that is the reason why that time you have been entering anyhow. But with this feature of the regulation, from now you will start understanding where I'm supposed to buy my fuel. Then you look at the cost, how much this one is selling. Then by the time maybe you go and buy a lower cost, you didn't get what you wanted to get, you will not go back there.
How do you intend to do that differentiation? That's what I'm asking you. How will your members stand out to say, we are the ones selling quality petrol?
It's a process which we have started. Before, all of us, both major marketers, independent petroleum marketers, IPMAN, before we all buy our product in one source. But now, just as you have said, there are another source. Some people will go and import, but we say we are not part of importation.
All right, so the bottom line is this, it's about affordability. If people are importing and Nigerians see that, this product is available in the country, they expect that it would have gone through the process. NNDPRA, I think they call them the authority, they are the ones to ensure that any product that comes into this country meets the requisite standard. And if it goes through them and it's here, it means it's met the standard. And if it's cheaper, Nigerians will go there and buy because they won't write, this is imported, this is not imported. So if this agreement with you and Dangote is there, if it's not going to make prices cheaper for people, I wonder how it's almost clear how people will respond. But you say we should be optimistic. It's a process. and that your products eventually should be
lower.
That's what people want to hear, actually. Thank you for coming on, and we hope that everything
thank you very much,
keeps getting cheaper by the day. After all, landing costs
and available
dropped.
too is very important.
And available?
Availability.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Abubakar Garima, National President of IPMAN. Well, that wraps it up today on the program. We'll thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Usof. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. I'm Maokwe Ogun Yusuf. Bye for now.